There's a really bizarre story that broke yesterday that I wanted to share with you. Fox News actually broke this story. They say the families of 3 victims of the Pulse nightclub massacre in Orlando have filed a lawsuit against 3 tech giants alleging they provided material support to ISIS. The families of Tevin Crosby, Javier Jorge Reyes, and Juan Ramon Guerrero filed a complaint in the Eastern District of Michigan against Facebook, Twitter, and Google, specifically YouTube, for allegedly providing platforms that influence the radicalization of gunman Omar Mateen. So the Pulse nightclub shooting was, of course, the gay club where 49 people were slaughtered in a terrorist attack by a guy who was radicalized. And we had the 911 tapes released on this. The guy said, I'm doing this because I want you to stop bombing Syria. I'm doing this because of all the U.S. bombs being dropped in the Middle East. And he pledged allegiance to ISIS. So you got a mix of flat-out religious Islamic fundamentalism, and you have, the classic blowback, backlash from foreign policy thing going on too. But there's a reason why he targeted a gay club. He targeted a gay club because, it's not like there was an army of gays marching into the Middle East and killing people. It's because there's the toxic religious ideology that he was brainwashed with by his father. His father had done pro-Taliban videos and shit. So I have nothing but sympathy for the families of everybody who died that night. Of course, my heart breaks for them. My heart bleeds for them. I wish we could, get rid of this kind of hatred and disgusting fundamentalism and anger and violence on the planet. So I really mean that. I'm on their side 100%. But this is not the way to go about it. You're suing Facebook, Twitter, and Google, specifically YouTube, for providing platforms that influence the radicalization of gunman Omar Mateen. I mean, you're just suing the internet because it has things on there that might be bad. What do you want them to do? Turn the internet into a giant padded room so that anybody who goes on it sees nothing but flowery, happy stuff? I mean, they do that in North Korea. Hey, you're only going to get the picture of the world that we want you to see. So there's no freedom. There's no dissenting ideas. And in this wide net that you're casting of, I want to stop bad people. Well, where does that line end? So, okay, first it's jihadists. Let's stop jihadists. Then maybe it's just, I don't know, you're a really conservative Muslim. You're not a jihadist. You don't want to do violence, but you have really backwards social ideas. You want women to basically be treated as second-class citizens, and they need to know their role, and gays are bad. And so do you ban that too? And then it becomes, okay, that's just Muslim fundamentalism. What about ultra-Orthodox Jews who are super conservative? What about fundamentalist Christians who believe many of the same things as the fundamentalist Muslims and the fundamentalist Jews? Where do you stop? Does it just become, hey, you're racist, so we're going to ban you from the internet and you can't say anything on the internet? Hey, you have opinions that don't coincide with the opinions of the government. We're going to have to get rid of you. There's no end to this. Once you go down this road, it's the slipperiest slippery slope in the world. Once you open that door, you go right down it. And it's all a matter, and notice, what's offensive to one is not always what's offensive to somebody else. So if a Ted Cruz fan watches Secular Talk, they would want me banned. They want me banned like that, of course. So, but does that mean they should make the decisions because they were offended? Of course not. So we all agree jihadists are bad. And, we should actively argue against their points of view. We should lay out exactly why that is, and we should destroy them in the marketplace of ideas. But for you to sue Facebook, Twitter, and Google as if they are personally responsible for all of the stuff that's put on their platform, I simply don't agree with that. As far as I'm concerned, those platforms should be as open as humanly possible. And the only time you can and should take legal action against them is if there's a direct threat of violence. And I'm going to kill Todd at fucking 5:30 on Thursday at this place. And So if the medium's used for that, obviously you arrest the person who committed the crime, but then maybe you have a conversation with Facebook or Google or whoever, and you say, look, man, you got to set up a process by which, we can avoid things like this. Something like that I get. But when you start saying it's just the ideology and this and that, look, the opposite can happen too, and they don't even acknowledge that. That somebody like myself, I could see the barbarism and savagery of ISIS, and I go, oh, that's nice. I would never want to be anywhere affiliated with those people in any way, shape, or form, and they're monsters, they're modern-day fucking Nazis. And honestly, I think most people have that response. If you see a brutal ISIS video, the overwhelming majority of people go, oh, they're fucking crazy, and they don't want to have anything to do with them. So just because Omar Mateen saw that and he was attracted to it doesn't mean that the thing is inherently appealing to people, and doesn't mean that you should sue the platform that they operated on. And again, I think it's actually might be good for intelligence purposes for Twitter and other people to allow these clowns. Because what are you going to find out? I don't know. You have some people who are in the government who speak Arabic who can, look, ISIS is planning a plot in this place, and they were just tweeting about it. Who knows? Who knows? So this is crazy. You don't get to sue these platforms because some people who use those platforms used it to nefarious ends. Do they get credit? So if somebody watched a YouTube video and then they win the lottery, does YouTube get to say, oh, well, you watched a video about buying a lottery ticket, you bought a lottery ticket and you won, now I'm entitled to a percentage of those winnings? No, everybody says that's the craziest thing I've ever heard, right? Well, how is that any different from this? Their argument is, hey, because of YouTube, this person got bad ideas. Because of Twitter, this person got bad ideas and they did bad things. So it's on you that those things happened. Well, by the same token, oh, this person got the idea to buy a lotto ticket. A good thing happened because they got the good idea from these mediums. So it is on you that the good thing happened. So now you take your cut of the lottery winnings. No, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. So I have nothing but sympathy for these people. But what happened is you got tricked by, insane lawyers into a frivolous lawsuit, and they're trying to get paid, and they're using you.